As you can see here on my screen, the SEC looks just a little bit different. So yeah, we got normal teams that are actually in the SEC like Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee. But we also have teams that aren't in the SEC like Ohio State, Clemson, Utah, Michigan, Oklahoma, Oregon, Oregon State, North Carolina State, USC, and Penn State. Now, as I was sitting around in my office brainstorming new video ideas, I had this thought and I wondered, what would it be like if the top 16 teams in the NCAA were all in one conference and we let them duke it out? And that's exactly what we did here. Now, at the time of recording this video, these are the top 16 teams in the nation. Saturday is not over yet, so I don't know what teams won or lost, and I don't know which teams moved up and down the top 25 poll. Now, normally the main goal is to go undefeated or as close to it as possible, make it to the college football playoff, ultimately the national championship, hoist a trophy, and you're the winner. But here in today's universe, I doubt that any one of these teams are really going to have a true chance to go undefeated, so we're going to count the SEC championship as a true national championship for this sim. Now, of course, if one of these teams do make it to the actual national championship, that will trump the SEC championship. But I figure we just let these teams beat up on each other and see who reigns supreme. Let the chaos ensue. Now, as you guys can see, I will not be controlling anything with these teams. I am controlling the University of Miami, and we're just going to go ahead, simulate, take a look at everything, super sim, and jump into the SEC championship games and move on from there. All right, boys, so the first season is in the books, and we have our results. I have not looked at them yet. We're going to go ahead and jump in here and see exactly what things are looking like. All right, boys, here's the moment of truth. And Alabama still went undefeated with this crazy SEC. USC went 11-1. Oklahoma went 10-2. Ohio State 9-3. Arkansas 9-3. 7-5 Oregon and NC State. 8-4 Penn State. 6-6 Michigan. 6-6 Utah. 6-6 Georgia. 5-7 Oklahoma State, 4-8 Clemson, Kentucky went 4-8, Ole Miss 2-10, Tennessee 2-10. Let's quickly take a look at Alabama's schedule here. So they had Georgia, Oklahoma, Penn State, Ole Miss, Michigan, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Mississippi State, North Carolina State, Auburn. So they played the whole entire SEC, and it was really nothing they can do about it. USC's one lonely loss is going to go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma had 2 losses. One of their losses was to Bama. Their other loss was late to Michigan. Ooh, that's not a good look. Then Ohio State goes 9-3, losing to Wisconsin, out of conference, USC, and Oregon. Now, CJ Stroud had the best QBR in the whole entire SEC. Caleb Williams threw for the most yards, the only 3,000-yard passer in the SEC this year. He threw for the most touchdowns as well. Person that threw the least picks was Devin Leary from North Carolina State, and the most picks goes to Will Levis from Tennessee. He had a 17-17 season. Leading rusher is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs of Alabama. Travion Henderson's right behind him. Gibbs had the most touchdowns. Receiving leader, Jordan Addison from SC. The only 1,000-yard receiver, 76 catches, 8 touchdowns. The most touchdowns went to Jonathan Mingo. Coming over to defensive leaders, Raylan Goforth is going to be a top tackler. Top tackle for loss getters is going to be Deion Walker from Kentucky. He also led the SEC in sacks. Your pick leader is going to be DJ Turner and Ladarius Bishop from Arkansas and Michigan. All right, but so here we are for the SEC championship. 1 versus 4. Bama versus USC. USC could probably squeak their way into the Natty. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to do college football playoffs with this, with what we got going on. We're going to go straight old school BCS. But if Bama wins this game, naturally they will be in the Natty for sure. All right, boys, here we are, SEC championship game. You already know where it is. We are in what is it called? Atlanta. And USC is going to take the lead first, going up 7-0. Bama answers right back, 7-7, 14-7. Bama gets the ball back again to start the second quarter. Let's see what we can do. Change the possession. They're up 21-7. We're going to sim the rest of the quarter. Caleb Williams in the USC offense can't really get anything going here. They finally get 3 more points on the board, but they are down big heading into the locker room right now. 28-10 is your score. USC has to score, and they do. They're down 11. They score again, down 4. Bryce Young carries his troops down the field, and here we are in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Getting them 4s up inside the 5-yard line. USC has the ball. Let's go possession by possession. They score. The score is 35-30. Can USC get a stop? They do. 7 minutes left in this ball game. Caleb Williams and company are going to be forced to punt. Bama gets the ball right back, and they are forced to punt as well. 5 minutes left in this ball game. 3 and out for USC on their next drive. Bama has to punt one more time. 3, 44 left in this ball game. 4-yard rush for Jones. Incomplete pass from Williams to Williams. And they're going to be forced to punt here once again. Will USC be able to get that one last stop? And they do. 4th and 3. Let's see what they do. Bama does actually bring out the punt team here, boys, and the punt is going to be off. I'm not sure why my emulator is doing that weird stuff, but it is what it is. And decent return there. 11-yard return by Gary Bryant Jr. So 35-30 is your score here in the SEC championship game. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one to see what Caleb Williams and this offense can do. It's going to be a draw play. Running back picks up about 2 or 3, but he's brought down. No, he actually loses 1 yard. I can't see the line of scrimmage, so that's on me. All right, boys, here we go. 2nd and 11 here for USC. This is their money drive right here. This is their money drive for sure. I don't see them getting the ball back. Caleb Williams is going to take off. He's brought down from behind. It's going to be a sack, and they lose another yard. It's going to be a 3rd and long coming up for SC. All right, boys, here we go. 4th and 6 here for USC. I made a mistake at some of the last play. They ran for 6 yards, but they need 6 more yards here if they want to keep this game alive. Caleb Williams back to pass. He has a man wide open. Get off me, little boy. What a stiff arm. And we got a 1st down for USC. USC's going no huddle, and they're going to get on the ball here. Caleb Williams, 22 for 38 today. 400-plus yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Can he keep that momentum going? He's got a lot of time to throw. He goes back to the well once again, hitting the running back out of the backfield with the little check down for another 8-yard pickup. All right, boys, so you can see I'm not controlling anything. I forgot to hit Super Sim, so I'm going to let the D lineman go to work. Caleb Williams hits Wolf, and they got another 1st down. Remember, they need more than 3 if they're going to make something shake here, bro. All right, boys, under a minute left here. 1 timeout for SC. They are in plus territory, man, so they're definitely getting in the mix. Caleb Williams, if I was him, I would look to take a shot soon. Instead, he goes with another dump down. They don't get out of bounds. The clock is running. Tick, tick, tick. Just a 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8. How is SC going to play this? I would not spike it, but it looks like they are indeed going to clock it. I don't like that call. All right, boys, here we go. 3rd and 8. Empty backfield set. 5 wide for USC. Caleb Williams back to pass. Bam only rushes 4, and they pick up 4 yards there, making this 4th down a lot more manageable. All right, we go 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions today is Caleb Williams at USC. 4th and 3. They're going with a screen. It is there. Can 22 pick up the 1st? He steps out short. Why would he not try to run through the defender there? He bitched up a little bit, and they're not going to be able to get points. Bryce Young kneels. That's the last time out, and that's going to do it here as the clock hits 000s. And Alabama is going to be our national champions here in the 1st season. We're definitely going to sim the Natty to see if they can win the Natty, but Bryce Young and Alabama remain undefeated after a long, grueling season and a pretty tough schedule, man. Some of the top teams in the nation, and they still weren't any match for Bryce Young and his offense. All right, boys, so here in season number 1, Alabama was able to go ahead and get the dub. They do complete this season completely undefeated, so they're going to be seasons 1 national champs for this Super SEC. All right, boys, here we are back with season number 2. Bama, of course, is number 1. 99s across the board. USC is number 2. Literally, though, they're 1 and 2 in the nation. Oklahoma's number 4. Ohio State's number 9. Number 10 for Arkansas. 14 for Oregon. 17 for NC State. 18 for Georgia, who should have a way better season this year. Number 22 is Penn State. Utah's number 24. Michigan's unranked. Oklahoma State's unranked. Clemson, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Kentucky are all also unranked. All right, boys, so here we are at the end of season number 2, and this is a little bit more of the chaos I was looking for. NC State goes 11-1 this season, so let's go ahead and take a look at their schedule. Central Michigan, USF, Arkansas, Utah, Bama, Kentucky, Ohio State, UNC, Oklahoma, Michigan, Ole Miss, Penn State in overtime. They lost to UNC in overtime, and they got Ohio State in the SEC championship. So they knocked off all the big-time schools. Bama's one and only loss this season is going to be to North Carolina State, and that's going to keep them out of the SEC championship. Ohio State's 2 losses are going to be to Georgia and North Carolina State. Then we only have 1 3-loss schools. Then we have 4 5-loss. Then we have 4 4-loss schools: USC, Georgia, Oklahoma, Utah. Michigan goes 7-5. Penn State and Ole Miss go 6-6. Oklahoma State 5-7. Clemson 3-9. Tennessee 2-10. Arkansas 1-11. Kentucky 1-11. God dang, boys, they ain't staying a chance in hell. All right, boys, here we are, another season in Atlanta, the SEC championship. 2 different teams, so that's a lot of parity in this conference already. That's what we love to see. All right, boys, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and go quarter by quarter. Who's going to strike first? NC State does. Oklahoma State comes right back and gets 6. North Carolina State goes right back and gets 6. Here we are, 3rd and 4 to start off the second quarter. Ohio State punches it in, get a stop. They punch it in once again. North Carolina State scores. Ohio State gets 3. Ohio State gets a stop going into the second half. 24-21 is your score. So here we are now. Ohio State getting stops. North Carolina State getting stops. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A scoreless third quarter by both teams. So here we are now. We're going to go possession by possession. Ohio State gets 3, so they are up 6. North Carolina State gets the ball. They're going to be forced to punt. Ohio State can really put this game in jeopardy for North Carolina State. They go down to get 3 more. They're up 30-29. Let's see what North Carolina State can do here. All right, so 30-28. 3 timeouts for North Carolina State. 1:45 left. 5-yard rush for Henderson after the failed onside kick. They get a timeout. They get a first down, the second timeout. And 3rd and 2, first down. They're going to try to just run out the clock here. And they're going to be successful. And Ohio State is going to win this game 30-28. All right, boys, at the end of season number 2, with Ohio State being number 7 and NC State being number 5, neither one of those teams are going to be going to the Natty. So Ohio State is officially the SEC/national champion for this sim, and this one is in the books. All right, boys, here we are back with season number 3. We will be doing 5 seasons. Oklahoma State is the top team in the nation in the conference right now. Bama's number 2. Oregon's number 5. Number 9 is USC. Number 5/number 10 is North Carolina State. And Utah's jumping up at the number 6 team in the conference. Georgia's back in the mix. Oklahoma. Now, the unranked teams are going to be Ole Miss, Penn State, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Clemson, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Who will reign supreme and emerge as a new player in the SEC National Championship? All right, boys, season number 3. And we have Oregon as the only one-loss team in the SEC at 11-1, 8-1 in the SEC. And the number 2 team in the SEC is going to be Arkansas, which means is we're going to have an Arkansas-Oregon SEC championship. Let's take a look at the overall records, man. So Bama went 8-4, Oklahoma, Georgia 8-4, NC State 8-4, Penn State finally came up. It went 9-3, Utah 9-3, Kentucky, Clemson, and Michigan, Oklahoma State, Tennessee stayed near the bottom. USC has regressed a lot. Ole Miss is still under 500. So, you know, Clemson and Dabo Swinney, they're just unable to get the job done. Not really sure what's going on there. But let's go ahead and take a look at this SEC/national championship game. All right, boys, here we are back in Atlanta. You already know the vibes. We've had 3 different sets of teams in the championship so far, man. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Oregon versus Arkansas. If Oregon wins, more than likely they're going to be in the national championship game. But if Arkansas wins, they crush the hopes and dreams of Oregon. So you guys already know how we do, man. We're going to go quarter by quarter. Who's going to be the team that strikes first? It looks like Oregon. They get a stop. They go up 14-0. Arkansas finally answers. And Oregon gets stopped here. All right, so Arkansas State is going to start. Arkansas is going to start the second quarter with the ball. They get another stop. They score. Then they get scored on. They're down 4 here. Oregon drives down. They get 6. And Arkansas goes down and gets 6 more. And so it is 28-24 here in the third quarter. Let's see here. Let's go possession by possession here. Oregon has to. Oh, Oregon throws a pick. Thompson is picked off by Crook. So what is that going to mean for Arkansas? That means 3 and out. Now we go with possession again. Oregon goes down and gets 3, so now they are up 7. Arkansas drives down the field, and they miss a 45-yard field goal. So here we are in the third quarter, 3 and out for Oregon. Arkansas goes back down, and they tie this ball game up 31-31 here in the third quarter with 40 seconds left. Oregon is going to punt. Here we are in the fourth quarter. Arkansas with a chance to take their first lead of the game, and they're going to have to punt the ball away as well. Oregon's quarterback Thompson throws yet another pick. Arkansas can't do much with it. They do get 3, so Oregon gets half the stop there with 5 minutes left. And Thompson is going to go 4 and out. He's going to throw have a pass drop by Franklin on the 4th down. 9-yard rush for Sanders in Arkansas. Hornsby hits up Mbake. 19-yard pickup. If Arkansas scores 6, boys, this game is over. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal. Let's go ahead and take a look at this play. and see what happens here. Arkansas is 7 for 15 on third down conversions. They come out in a heavy set. Is Oregon going to have what it takes to stop them? They turn around, hand it off. They're in the backfield. He breaks the tackle. Finally, they bring him down. That's going to be a 4th down. Decision to make here for Oregon. Do they kick it? Do they try to go for the gusto? Looks like they're going to go ahead and take their 3. They kick the field goal. 80-yard kick, no return, touchback for Arkansas. Time to jump into this game and sees what Oregon can do. Can Oregon come out here and score 6 to tie this ball game up and potentially take the lead and win the game with an extra point? Wide open, tight end over the middle, first play of the series, and Oregon is in business and they are driving, and the clock is definitely their friend because in college it stops every first down. And Thompson has had a rough game, man. He's had a rough go at it today, throwing picks and everything like that. But he has a chance to redeem himself. Arkansas blitzes. He threw that ball right to the corner, but that's why he plays defense, man. He goes ahead and drops it, and he takes away the opportunity for Arkansas to seal that game, man. That's tough. So here we go. They live to fight another down. 2nd and 10 here for Oregon. These are the types of drives that dreams are made of, bro. Straight up and down. Thompson back to pass. They only rush 3. He goes to his tight end underneath. They pick up 3 yards. All right, boys. Here we go. 3rd and 7 here. Thompson in shotgun. Arkansas brings the blitz. They pick up the blitz. The tight end luckily got a first down there. He got tackled into the first down. Not really sure what Ferguson was even attempting to do, but Terrence Ferguson, 6 catches for 70 yards here today. 1:16 left. No timeouts for Oregon, man. 3 timeouts for Arkansas. So depending on when Oregon scores, Arkansas could still have a shot. They send the house, and this time it is dropped by Ferguson. That pass is right on the money, and you cannot drop that pass. All right, 2nd and 10 here for Oregon after the drop pass by Ferguson. Arkansas rushes 4. He almost takes a sack, but throws a dot on the sideline. 15-yard completion from Thompson to Hudson. That's Hudson's 6th catch for 80 yards here today. All right, 1st and 10, 1:06 left here for Oregon. They're putting the drive together here, only rushing 4. Almost taking a sack again, and it's nearly picked off again on the sideline. Malcolm Silva with his 4th pass deflection of the day. All right, boys, so inside the 30-yard line here is Oregon. 1:01 left here. After throwing nearly a pick, they only rushed 3. He has all day to throw and nearly picked off again. Nothing open for Oregon here. Arkansas is locking up. All right, boys, here we go. 3rd and 10 here. They come out with a dual running back sets, and they bring one out of the backfield with the angle route. He's get off me. What a run after the catch by number 20, Jordan James. 21-yard reception, 50 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. My voice is cracking, so what? You know what I mean? I'm tired, man. I need a nap. It's late as hell, but guess what? Is Oregon going to spike it? They do. They clock it here. 2nd and goal, 47 seconds left here for the Ducks. All right, boys, 2nd and goal here, man. Arkansas has some pretty tight coverage most of the game. Let's see what they do here. They bring 4. They go to the flats, and they're going to get out of bounds and stop the clock. 3rd and goal. Of course, this is 4-down territory, man. The field goal does absolutely nothing for the Ducks here, boys. So let's go. 3rd and goal here. We got a running back in the backfield. False start. That's tough. That is a penalty you cannot take right now. So 3rd and goal here after the false start. Pushes Oregon back a little bit. Arkansas rushes 3. He hits his tight end, one of his favorite targets. 4th down, boys. 4th down. You know the vibes. Here we go. 30 seconds left in this ball game. Oregon is going to no huddle and get on the ball here. Are they going to get it off in time? They are. Here it is. It's for all the marbles, boys. And he takes a sack. Ball game. Arkansas is going to be your SEC/national champs, and they knock off Oregon from being the actual complete national champs here in season number 3. This has been fun so far, bro. Arkansas goes 7-5 on the whole entire season, just enough to get into the SEC championship game, and there are winners here in today's ball game. Oregon, don't hang your head. You played well, but Arkansas just had your number. All right, boys. So season number 4 here in this experiment, man. And Oregon is the top team. Every time a team wins the championship, well, actually, no, that's a lie, because Oregon didn't win the championship this year, but they're the top team in the SEC, followed by Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, Utah, Oklahoma, Bama, Arkansas, NC State, Michigan is unranked, USC, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Clemson, and Kentucky. Still the bottom feeders of this conference. And is Penn State going to be a real player this year? Is Georgia finally going to emerge? Is Utah going to be able to hold it down late? Are we going to have more than one team to win one game, to lose one game or less, man? I mean, that what happened last year was complete surprise to me, and I can't wait to see what happens here in season number 4. All right, boys. So here for season number 4, we asked the question: will Penn State emerge as one of those top teams? They did indeed do that. They're 12-0, 9-0 in the conference. Oregon is back in the mix again, 11-1, 8-1. Pretty sure this is going to be the SEC matchup. Oklahoma's 10-2, Utah's 10-2. Ohio State loses 4 games. USC loses 5 games. Tennessee finally wins more than 1 or 2 games. Georgia goes 7-5. NC State regresses. Clemson sucks. Arkansas 5-7. Ole Miss 4-8. Bama, Michigan 5-7. Oklahoma State 5-7. Kentucky just 3-9. So this year's national championship / SEC championship is going to be Oregon and Penn State. Oregon is the first repeat team to be in this game, and they do it in back-to-back seasons. So, well, that's what repeat would mean. But let's see if they can actually pull it out this time versus an undefeated Penn State. This is really like the national championship because it's 1 versus 2. But, you know what I'm saying? The winner of this is going to go to the actual natty. All right, boys, here we are back. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, season number 4. Who is going to come out on top in today's ball game? All right, boys, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and sim this quarter. Who's going to be the team that strikes first? Penn State strikes first. They go up 7-0. Oregon comes down and answers. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Here, Oregon strikes back once again in the second quarter, and they strike again. And again, 24-7 is your score. 31-7 is your score. Here in the second half, Oregon is not leaving any doubt. Penn State finally scores again, but so does Oregon. This game is pretty much all but over, boys. I don't see a world in which Oregon actually loses this game, so we're not even going to have to jump into it because every time Penn State scores, Oregon scores. One way I will jump into it, I wanted to try to see them celebrate, but Oregon gets their dub and avenges the loss they had last year. Penn State had a great season. They were probably Oregon's one and only loss if I had to guess. I haven't checked. But this time, man, Oregon beats the brakes off of them. All right, boys, let's talk about something here. So for the first time in this sim, one of our SEC teams makes it to the natty, and they bump off Oregon. So Oregon is not the national champions for this year. It's going to go to Utah because they beat them in that actual literal national championship. So Oregon winning that SEC championship was for nothing. Them bumping off Penn State opened the door for Utah to jump in, swoop in, and get the dub. So Utah wins the national championship for season number 4. Damn, I didn't see that coming. All right, boys, here we are, 5th and final season. Utah comes in preseason ranked number 2 in the nation, number 1 in the SEC. We got Oregon next up, Penn State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, USC, Tennessee, Georgia, Arkansas, Bama, NC State, Oklahoma State, Clemson, Michigan, Ole Miss, Kentucky. Pretty much the bottom teams have been the bottom teams this whole entire sim. All right, boys, let's see what things are looking like for the last and final season. Bam, Penn State is a top team again, and look who emerged to be a real deal in the SEC this season. We got 9-3 Tennessee. That's the least amount of losses in the whole entire conference. Clemson only won 1 game this year. NC State went 2-10. Utah, who just won a natty last year, goes 4-5. Alabama goes 7-5. Michigan goes 5-7. So these are all the teams that go under 500. Well, Oregon's 6-6 after being in back-to-back SEC championships and the natty last year. Penn State lost in the SEC championship, so they have a chance to go to the actual natty and win our natty versus Tennessee, but Tennessee can play spoiler. All right, boys, here we are back in Atlanta for one last time. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Number 1 Penn State taking on number 14 Tennessee. Who will come out here and I can't even think. Who will be victorious today? All right, boys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start this sim here, man. And Penn State strikes first. Tennessee comes right back and scores. Then Penn State gets 3, excuse me. Tennessee comes back and scores. Here we are in the second half. Penn State is up 3, 17-14. Tennessee is not backing down, though. They are not laying down for anybody, and they keep continuously missing field goals. Here we are, 17 and down 17-14 here in the second half. We got next quarter going on. Tennessee has to punt the ball again. Penn State gets 3. Tennessee is getting down the field. They're not finishing drives, though. And we're just going to bring us here to the fourth quarter. And Tennessee goes down and gets 6, plus the extra point, up 1. And they force a punt from Penn State. Let's see what Tennessee can do here. They almost went 3 and out, but they get a 31-yard pass big time pass. 1st and 10. They're really, really moving the ball up and down the field here. 2nd and 13, 3rd and 10, 4th and 3. Let's see what the call is going to be here for Tennessee. They are going to elect to take their 3, take their points, and they're going to trust and believe in their defense. We got to make sure they make it first, though. The snap is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. All right, boys. So Penn State is down 20-24. I want to see what these dudes do here on this drive. I want to see with 3:30 left, can the Penn State quarterback will these dudes, you know what I'm saying, to a natty. And that's going to be a wildcat play, and it's going to be stuffed right back to the line. All right, they go no huddle. So maybe that wasn't a wildcat. That's their actual quarterback with all them damn gloves on. And he's back to pass, and whoa, what a catch, but what a hit. 3rd and 5 here. This isn't one of them drives where Penn State has to score right now, but you know what I mean, they're definitely running out of time. 3:05 left here, clock is ticking. Quarterback back to pass. It's a screen. He gets it off. Good blocks up front. Makes people miss. What a run after the catch and a stiff arm by Thomas Stanley. All right, boys. 1st and 10 here. Penn State got a nice play there with the screen. The tight end goes in motion, comes back. He goes across. He was open. That's not what they want. They go with the receiver just shy of the 1st down. I feel like Penn State's running this 2-minute drill just a little bit early, but I'm not mad at it, man. Go out there and get your points, boys. Go out there and get your points. 2nd and inches, tight end in motion. Is he going to go back to the line once again? Same thing. He goes across again, little play action, and why the throwaway when your running back was wide open? All right, 3rd and inches here. I mean, this is a big-time drive across the 50-plus territory. They hand it off. He falls forward for the 1st down. What a run by Thomas Stanley. Hey, north-south, that's what you got to go. All right, here we go, 1st and 10. And they're going to hand it off once again. Stanley stuffed to the backfield. I don't agree with that play call. Too safe. All right, boys, here we go. 2nd and 12 here. Boom. Play action. Goes across the middle. Has a man. Hell of a stiff. Yo, these stiff arms and hits we've been seeing has been absolutely crazy, bro. But the Penn State is driving down the field, bro, in an easy manner, might I add. And this time they go with the read option. Terrible read. All right, we go 2nd and 10. On with the hard count. Doesn't get anybody to jump. He's going to take off running. He has a lot of room in front. He's not going to slide. He's going to pick up the 1st down. A field goal does nothing here for Penn State. But this is a money drive all in its own, boys. Here we go. Under 2 minutes left here. Back to pass. It's a draw play. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to fall 4 for 7 yards. All right, 2nd and 3 here, man. The no huddle is working here for Penn State. They go with a wide receiver screen, and Tennessee is all over it. They stuff it. They lose a yard. All right, boys, we got a 3rd and 3 here. This is a big 3rd down for Penn State. They're 50% on 3rd downs a day, and he's got a wide open man inside the 5. What a throw while getting hit. Hanging in the pocket, knowing you're going to get lit up and delivering a strike. 50 passes on the day for Prabula. All right, boys, under a minute left here for Penn State as they get out of bounds. 1st and goal. They got 4 chances to try to punch it in here, boys. They're going to hand it off to Stanley, and he's in the end zone on the 1st touch. And a extra point is going to put Penn State up a full field goal. All right, boys, 3 timeouts. Clock stops on 1st downs. 47 seconds left here for Tennessee. This will immortalize you. Immortalize you as a Tennessee quarterback if you can make some things shake here. Back to pass. The pressure gets to him. He throws a dot, and he gets out of bounds. 1st down, Tennessee. All right, boys. So a big play by Tennessee on the very first pass, man. You love to see the aggressiveness. You love to see them come on to make plays. The blitz was getting there, but it was a screen, and they're going to pick up a good amount of yardage there. I expect them to use their timeout. The first one is going, 36 seconds. All right, boys, 2nd and 4. 2 timeouts, back to pass. They're only going to rush 4, and a little miscommunication there. He had a man, but it was a bad throw. All right, boys, 3rd and 4, 33 seconds left here for Tennessee. They got 2 chances to pick up this 1st down, and he goes and hits a man wide open on the sideline. That's going to be a 1st down on the ball. It should be a no huddle here. They use a timeout. I don't agree with them using that timeout. That's going to make things extremely difficult for them now across the 50. Everything's going to pretty much have to be a 1st down, boys. Clock management in this game is so broken when it comes to 14, but it is what it is. Just NCAA as a whole. And he hits a man over the middle. They pick up the 1st down. Let me shut the hell up. On the ball, they got to rush here. They got to rush. Chaz Nimrod with a big-time catch. Are they going to clock it or are they going to call a play? It looks like they're going to call a play. Trips on the left side here for Tennessee. Please hike the ball. And they go with a screen. Bad play call with 1 timeout. Bad play call with 1 timeout. I don't agree with it. And now they're going to have to clock it here. The running back's way on the other side of the field. They're going to have to clock it. and they do. But remember, they do just need 3. They do just need 3. Let's see this 10. They're going to go for it. They're not even going to try to get any closer with 6 seconds and 1 timeout. This is the same thing that happened with Russell Wilson in week 1 with the Broncos, man. The kick is up and it is going to be well short. And Penn State is going to go ahead and return it out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be the ball game as Penn State gets the job done this season. And I think this is back-to-back SEC championships for them. And they're going back to the Natty for back-to-back seasons. So here in season 5, you know what I'm saying, Penn State is coming out reigning supreme, proving that they're one of the top teams in the country once again. All right, boys, so Penn State fumbles the bag in the Natty once again. You know what I'm saying? Tulane comes through and bumps them off 28-24. All right, boys, so that's going to do it for today's sim. Things did not go exactly how we thought they would go. Yeah, Bama and Ohio State both won early in this sim, but after that, things just got hectic and more teams emerged. I wanted to see exactly how much parity would be in this conference if we put this amount of teams in this environment. And some of the teams I didn't expect to prevail did just that, and they rose above the top, and they showed that they were some of the top teams in the nation, man. If you guys have any more ideas like this, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode, smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. It's your boy UncleSamsReject, arcadegames.com. I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey. Niggas want me to lose, but I can't. I've been stacking this shit to the ceiling. Know some niggas with bodies, and it ain't no probably. We never speak on them killers. Everybody on my block gon' get them some money. It's only a couple of drillers. I've been fucking them hoes, man. Them bitches ain't nobody.